Shawn, how do you feel about the possibilities of stardom now that Mayweather is retired and Pacquiao's playing out?
I hear people talking about it. I think it's awesome. And again, we just got to put it down, be impressive, and look good. That's it. Other than that, everything else is going to take care of itself.
Shawn, if you was in the gym, you haven't fun since June. I mean, how much have you been chomping at the bit to really get back in the ring as soon as you can?
Man, I got some winning gear like way back in October, and we still weren't hitting anyone. I said, I need to hit somebody, So by the time this fight comes, I'll be more than eager to get in there and let my hands go, and I know I'll be focused and feeling good that night.
Have you ever seen anybody fight Keith that has this type of boxing ability that Shawn has?
Can you repeat the question?
Have you seen anybody fight Keith that has the boxing ability and the quickness that?
No. Keith hasn't fought anybody like Shawn, but Keith has been in the ring with Shawn because I've actually at different points in times had them spar, So he knows what Shawn is doing. Shawn knows what he's doing. He hasn't seen anyone like Shawn other than when they've been in the ring together, and we're confident from those situations. Sparring isn't the do-all, beat-all, 100%, but it gives you a very good idea of what you're dealing with on fight night. So we're confident in what we're dealing with, and I think he knows a lot about Shawn as well.
There's a little height advantage there for Keith.
I saw that when we were facing off. I didn't really realize, but like I always said, man, I fought guys that were 6'4", a little taller than that, and guys 6 feet.
So you don't have a problem fighting?
I don't have a problem with that, but my saying is when we get in the ring, we're the same height. I have the ability to make guys do what I need them to do to make, so I can hit them.
Yeah, that's for us, that's a total misconception. The first thing you're going to look at and think is a height situation. We would love to fight someone 6 feet tall, but Keith's not 6 feet tall. He's considered, to us, that's considered to be short. In the Pan Am Games, in the international, in Venezuela, representative from Venezuela was 6'6". We stopped him. Edwin Rodriguez is around 6'1". We beat him twice. Demetrius Andrade is about 6 feet tall. Jesse Hart is about 6'3" and some change. All of these guys, we've beaten them. Danny Jacobs is right at 6 feet or a little bit more. We've beaten them and beaten them soundly on more than one occasion. Look forward to those situations. Keith's not that big to us. He's just not. So, our adjustment is fighting the smaller guys. Our adjustment is staying small. He had to change the body structure coming out of the amateur system to come down to 147, which took us about 2 years. And then after we got that down to science, then we had to walk a tightrope with that because, you don't ever want your weight to go back up. So we stay within 12 to 15 pounds of fight weight year-round. He stays in shape year-round. This is his life. So the prep for this fight has been going on since the last fight.
Kenny, you said leading up to this, it took so long to get this fight made. You started saying that maybe Keith probably didn't want this fight. Do you still feel that way? You think a part of him still doesn't really want this fight, even though it's happening now?
Yeah, I still feel a part of him doesn't want to fight. And that part of him is, I'll be poking, pulling. I ain't going to mess with his hair, but I'm going to be looking for that part of him that doesn't want this fight.
What makes you think he does this? Is it the body language? Is it just the negotiations that went so long? What gives you that indication?
The biggest part of that indication for me is a lot of the guys that know Shawn up close and personal, who watch Shawn in the amateur system, were amazed that a guy who was 5'7" could beat all the guys I just named. You know who Alexander Usyk is? The Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, right around 6'3" and left-handed. Shawn defeated him. And those guys, your Keith Thurmans and your Danny Garcias, they would leave their rings to come watch Shawn fight these big guys because Shawn was smaller than them. or their height. And so that was amazing to them. You can't take that out of their memory. That stays with them. You know what I mean? That stays with them. So I exploit that whenever we go to the ring. I'm looking for that opportunity to remind them, yes, this is what you saw. This is what you saw when you were sitting in the front row. Now you're seeing it up close and personal.
Tell us
Shawn,
about.
do you see Danny Garcia in your future?
I don't know. If he wins, if he has the WBC title, yes. Whoever has the WBC title.
Do you feel it's unfair for him to have one fight at welterweight?
I do. I do. If I'm being honest, I do. I don't think that you should be able to do that. I don't think Adrian Broner did it way back. He came up to 147 and I think he won the WBA. Against Paulie. I don't think that was fair. But this is not a fair business that we're in. I'm aware of that, which is why I hesitated when you asked me, is Danny Garcia in my future? I don't know. If we're being fair and just, he's top. He will be. I think he'll win tonight, and he'll be top 5. I'm top 5. He should be in my mirror, but you never know.
Shawn, you take a lot of pride
The
in the
last
gym.
question for Shawn.
You take a lot of pride in the gym, everything, big work, everything. You feel like you have to fight the perfect fight to beat Keith Thurman?
Yes. You have to fight the perfect fight every fight, I have a saying. I say it's hard to be 100%, but as long as you're trying to be as close to 100% as you can be, you may be 99, 98, but that's better than the first guy who wasn't even trying to get to 100, So this fight is a fight that demands 100% focus, 100%, and that's before you get to the fight, That's right after you get off the scale and your family's there. Hey, bye. You know what I mean? This is that kind of fight. It is. Every fight from here on is going to be like that, And I'm okay with that because I understand this is the business that I'm in. It's serious. He tells me enough, reminds me enough how serious it is. And I think you see by the way we handle ourselves, we take a very serious approach to what we do in this professional boxing game. And the rest will take care of itself. So, yes, I do want to be as close to 100% as I can be.
Okay, everybody, we're going to...
Good luck.